Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's Smith's Chiefs going up against Ryan's Falcons.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. A few moments ago, it was Desmond Trufant of the Falcons making their way out of the tunnel to the delight of this sold-out crowd as his guys get set to do battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Sanu, the man in motion left. On 2nd down, Freeman. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. On the end around, this is Julio Jones. Catch him, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And now a 1st down following that long gain. They'll run here with Freeman. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Shift together here from the D-line. Now they'll throw it with Ryan. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. Matt Ryan, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. So the ball that time in the hands of who wound up being the NFL's rushing leader this season. Now, maybe a little help from Le'Veon Bell and also Todd Gurley sitting out their finales, but still a spectacular season for Hunt.
You going to throw cold water on the man just like that?
I said a spectacular season for Kareem Hunt.
Okay, let's accentuate the positive. A third-round rookie out of Toledo led the league in rushing as a rookie. That is cause for celebration, not just in Kansas City, but across the league when you see these guys get their opportunities. And not only did he run it well, he caught it well.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Chris Conley, 70 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Falcons taking over on offense in just a second, and, you know, this year ended in disappointing fashion. Now, last year was the ultimate version of heartbreak, but if you're a Falcon fan, this one was tough to swallow as well, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because let's be honest about it. Losing in the Super Bowl, I don't care how you lose, you were in the Super Bowl. You were playing for it all. This team was supposed to be as good or better. Ultimately ended up 10-6, found their way in the playoffs, but didn't get the deep run as they had the year before. So you're exactly right. For Falcons fans, that's a tough one. But this is a team that's built to be good for a long time.
I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
A good pickup there at 22.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains, and really it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. In motion is Austin Hooper. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be a third and about 13. Ryan. And this is going to be incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. Back onto the field come the Kansas City Chiefs. As they look back to this last year, disappointment ultimately in how the season ended, Charles, no doubt. It was a weird year, though. The great start, the weird middle, and then the strong end.
And every team in the NFL documents their season with a year-end, video, movie about the season. This is going to be a tale of 3 seasons for the Kansas City Chiefs, isn't it?
Yeah. How
about the start? Remember opening night in Foxborough, beating the defending Super Bowl champs? I mean, they went on the road and took out the Patriots with Tom Brady, and that got them up to a 5-0 start. And then they hit the middle section.
Yeah, that 1-6 stretch.
I mean, that was a tough one. It's hard to believe because we watch it unfold, but we kept saying, they'll get it back together. And they did. Down the stretch, 4-0, winning by almost an average of 12 points per game that propelled them to the AFC West title.
25 yards the pick up there, and also a first down. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. And they've got it here with a first down. Smith going to leave it to Hunt on the draw. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
They'll try the air now with Smith. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And Freeman lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive? Or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick, make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
Now Smith, over the middle here to Wilson. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Now Smith. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Wasn't able to get anything, no gain. Fumbled once already. Maybe he's being a little careful. Not necessarily on that play, but I'm sure that's in his mind somewhere.
Oh, without a doubt, because protecting the football is job one for anyone who's carrying it, and that's exactly what he tried to do on that play, but it didn't gain him any yardage.
And now Ryan not happy about either their formation or the play call. Whatever the case, he's going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So 2nd and 10 here. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. Steps away to his left. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the shotgun, Ryan. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Reggie Ragland. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
They run again with Hunt. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. So a 3rd and 9, and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dontari Poe in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it'll be 4th down. On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. Back deep here, Andre Roberts. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. He hits his target. It's the tight end, Torlolo. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. From the gun, it's Ryan. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Second down, 9 yards to go. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Reggie Ragland. Room here to run. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Smith going to give this one to Hunt. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. And Butker able to put this one through. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And now running right through it. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Smith with a give to Hunt. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here we go with 2nd and 7. Oh, design run for their wideout. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now Smith on 3rd down. He is going to find Hill here. 1st down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the 1st down.
Here's Hunt. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Now Smith will turn and give this to his fullback, Sherman. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Let's face it, you always want a team full of guys who can get you 1st downs and big plays of all styles, but you've got to have a big man. You can just turn and hand it to, and he can be dependable in picking up 1st downs.
They go play action here on 1st down. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. This is Hunt. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll run again with Hunt. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down. And this seemingly endless drive continues. To throw on 2nd down to Smith. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Adrian Claiborne able to use that strength and get him for a loss of 2. So the sack of Smith, and now the Chiefs coming up facing 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Smith. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 34 yards there and a first down. Well, now they'll try the end around. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. Here's Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the fourth. The Falcons on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. A handoff. Devontae Freeman. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Ten yards still left on 2nd down. Now it's Ryan. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. They run from the pistol here with Freeman. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. All right, so you needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal then maybe not exactly what they wanted, but it's a necessary first step.
Still plenty of time remaining, but you could really use a stop defensively after the kickoff, preferably a 3 and out.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. They'll toss it to Hunt. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Gabriel, the man in motion. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
And let's see what the defensive coordinator may have up his sleeve here to try to get this final last stand and win this football game. Ryan. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Derek Johnson. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. After the interception, here's Smith. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. They'll run it here with Hunt. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. And the kick by Butker is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Another carry for the workhorse tonight, Freeman. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Freeman again. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. A gain of 3, second down. Time a factor as Ryan will hustle him to the line. Ryan to throw. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a one-score game at 20-13. So the field goal means we're back to a one-score game, but with no timeouts left, I think this has to be an onside kick.
I like your analysis there, partner. I think you're right. You need the ball back. That's probably your only avenue.
They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Victory in the cards now for the Chiefs as they take a knee here. Down to a knee, here goes Smith, and that should all but do it. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.